Hello, 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 hello! Oh, come on, we can do better than that. Hello, one and all. My name's Lavelle de Vincenzi, and I will be the moderator for this stage, and the following stage. If you've never met me before, I feel like I'm part of the furniture for ChangeNOW as I open the very first ChangeNOW with Santiago. Not part of the team, but I've been arriving ever since. So we've just heard from Santiago. He's laid out the momentum that ChangeNOW has had over the last few years. But part of what makes this event different is not just what you see in front of you, but what you don't see that's been happening behind the scenes. The choices that have been made behind the scenes that guide the event, that means that this is not just an event about talking about change, but rather also an event that embodies the spirit of change. From the materials to the meals that are selected, from the transport to the technology, this summit is a summit that essentially walks the talk. And here to tell us more about how that happens, please welcome to the stage co-founder and chief operating officer of ChangeNOW, Rosemary Lucotte.
Good morning, everyone. It is such a pleasure to see all of you here. So Santiago asked us to look around and tell what we see. I'd like to take a moment to highlight what you might not see. Because this summit isn't just about change, it embodies change. ChangeNOW is pioneering a new generation of events, ones that inspire, that blend rational impact with emotion, art, beauty, and purpose. All this at a large scale and in a fully sustainable and inclusive approach. And this goes beyond the summit, because it's setting new standards, and it's being recognized as a role model in the event industry. In 2024, ChangeNOW was awarded Sustainable Event of the Year. So, what you might not see is many details that we've taken into consideration when we designed the summit. For instance, you won't see plastic badges. You won't see plastic bottles, nor cans. You won't see plastic signage, nor goodies or flyers. You won't see carpeted booths. You won't see also flashy logos everywhere. But you will see powerful content and partners who chose to put their actions first, front and center. You will taste sustainable food, drinks, coffee. And at the end of the summit, what you might not see too is that 97% of what you see here will be repurposed or given a second life. And after the summit is over, our job continues, our work continues. We will measure the carbon footprint of the summit, and we will balance our impact as much as we can by contributing to the restoration of natural carbon sinks. And you too played a role, an active role, in reducing the carbon footprint of the event. Because many of you chose to come here in a sustainable way, or to combine your trip with other meaningful commitments in Paris. When you registered, you were all invited to contribute to your carbon footprint, and many of you chose to do so. So thank you very much for your commitment too. Now, ChangeNOW is also an inclusive summit. For those with hearing difficulties, or for anyone who isn't fluent in English, you'll have live translations in your own language on your smartphone. On Saturday, we will organize special learning exhibitions for blind or visually impaired participants, because they are too often excluded from large-scale events. We also offered solidarity passes for those in need. And on Saturday, we opened the doors for free to students, job seekers, but also children and participants from underserved areas. Because environmental and social topics affect all of us, and we want this event to be accessible to everyone. Now, something else you might not see, and which is probably the most powerful part of the summit, is that after the summit, it continues. Your positive impact will spread to your teams, to your families, your cities, your countries, and to the world. And for that to happen, you have, during these 3 days, a fantastic program of networking opportunities with ice-breaking sessions every morning, with a networking app, which I really encourage you to download if you haven't done so far. You can schedule meetups directly during the summit. We will also have a full program of open meetups by topics, by thematics. So seize these opportunities, meet each other, because this will scale your impact. And for some of you, it might even change your life. So I wish you a wonderful summit, and let's make these 3 days count.